This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marotti here at MWF Studios, just north of Boston, in downtown Melrose, Massachusetts, 02176, the zip code of champions. Stay tuned after the news for some awesome money-saving deals where you can support indie wrestling. Let's check out WWE SmackDown Live from August the 9th, 2016 in Bakersfield, California. In a non-televised dark match, Kane defeated Jorel Nelson. That was the same guy that lost to Braun Strowman on Raw the night before. In matches taped for the WWE main event program, Sin Cara defeated Jinder Mahal. In the Hype Brothers, victorious over Breezango. SmackDown opened with Randy Orton arriving to the building, greeted by the new female interviewer Charlie, hitting a few bullet points about his match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Then he was confronted by his SmackDown opponent later on, Alberto Del Rio. In the ring, Bray Wyatt, along with Eric Rowan, came over and put over last week's encounter with Dolph Ziggler. In history, Bray and the Wyatt clan have had with the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Dean Ambrose. Cue Dean Ambrose at that point. Ambrose threatened to hit the ring himself when Dolph Ziggler's music hit, and he ran directly into the ring. He didn't even stop and got physical with the Wyatts. Ambrose paused for a minute when it was a 2-on-1 beatdown. Ziggler recovered, accidentally super kicking Ambrose just as he was about ready to get hit with the Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt. Wyatt then grabbed Ziggler, Sister Abigail'd him, and the two men colliding for the gold at SummerSlam were left laying in the ring going to the commercial break with two happy Wyatt family members. American Alpha victorious over local competition. I've been asking for squash matches like this for years to get individual superstars over, their movesets over, their personalities over, and so forth. They were not facing physical specimens, to be honest, but the Ascension, the Vaudevillains, and the Hype Bros all came out to watch the SmackDown draftees, American Alpha, Jason Jordan, Chad Gable. After the quick win, all four teams brawled in the ring. American Alpha hit all their power moves, and they were the last team left standing. JBL teased that a SmackDown tag team title might be coming. I'd much rather see one set of traveling champions that defend the title on both shows, but it looks like that's a moot point now. The Miz and Maurice were at the news desk making out while Apollo Crews had a highlight video played to hype up their SummerSlam Intercontinental title matchup. Becky Lynch was set to take on Eva Marie, but much like last week, Eva was unable to compete because she had a wardrobe malfunction. Yes, that's the reason why the referee called off the match, not because she was injured, but she needed to have her top fixed. Said she'd be unable to compete tonight. Come on. Becky challenged anyone in the back. Alexa Bliss came out, making her debut on her birthday. And man, that match was a birthday gift for everybody watching. She is lovely. Eva Marie wound up coming back out to compete, distracting Becky Lynch, allowing Bliss to come away with the victory in her SmackDown debut. Up next, Randy Orton defeated Alberto Del Rio via disqualification. Del Rio came out to cricket once again. He may be technically sound in the ring, but there is zero appeal to him whatsoever. Match was fine in setting up Orton for SummerSlam. Story was that Del Rio was threatening to break Orton's arm so that he would be unable to hit an RKO on Brock Lesnar. Outside the ring, Del Rio hit Orton's arm several times with a steel chair. By the time they got back into the ring, the injured Orton RKO'd Del Rio. I thought this might be a SmackDown feud for Orton in the middle of getting ready for Lesnar, but leaving Del Rio laying with his finisher would make you think that's it. Rhino defeated Heath Slater in a match for Slater to earn a spot on the SmackDown roster. It was surprisingly competitive. Rhino missed a gore into the turnbuckles. Slater rolled him up, but the referee caught Slater with his feet on the ropes. He started to argue with the referee, and then he turned around to get a gore from Rhino for the victory. David Otunga put over his and Daniel Bryan's history with Slater and Nexus. I like that, but Otunga is just so weak on commentary. He was in this match. He offers next to nothing in the role. He just eats up time. He's not particularly bad, but not effective. I liked him best as John Laurinaitis' assistant lawyer, whatever the role was at that point. Daniel Bryan was with Shane McMahon after the match talking about still signing Slater even though he lost, when he burst into the office hollering and screaming, effectively ruining the opportunity for the time being. Carmella defeated Natalya via submission. Wasn't a great match, but thought Natalya was outstanding in her mannerisms. Was so great in establishing herself in a heel in the match. That's the textbook that should be used. To me, that was professional wrestling. Natalya was taking Carmella lightly, not putting her away when she had the chance, goading her to fight back until she eventually got caught with her submission finisher. We had a preview video of John Cena and AJ Styles' SummerSlam encounter. Both men were off to the WWE live event in Auckland, New Zealand, home of Tony Garea, and they weren't in Bakersfield live. In the back, Baron Corbin attacked Kalisto for costing him the Intercontinental title matchup in the triple threat match the week before that Apollo Crews won, as Crews goes on to SummerSlam. In the main event, the WWE World Champion Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler defeated Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. Solid main event. Both champion and SummerSlam challenger were able to work together. Ziggler hit a super kick on Rowan for the win. After the match, Ziggler was patting Ambrose on the back. Then Ambrose hit the dirty deeds on Ziggler to a big yes chant from the crowd as a receipt from the super kick in the opening segment of the show. I liked this week's SmackDown just fine. Based on our Twitter poll results, fans enjoyed SmackDown far more than Raw. SmackDown polled in at 53% thumbs up, 27% thumbs in the middle, 20% thumbs down. Which show did you think was better, Raw or SmackDown? 58% SmackDown, 42% for Raw. Would love to know what you thought of SmackDown Live this week in the comment section below. It's a hot summer on WWE Network with WWE NXT and the Cruiserweight Classic lighting up Wednesdays, along with SummerSlam and not one but two pay-per-views, with Backlash and Clash of Champions in September. Not currently subscribed to WWE Network? Come on now. Use our link below and get 1 month absolutely free. Get the pay-per-views live, the awesome weekly shows, and over 6,000 hours of on-demand content for free. See Lesnar and Orton at SummerSlam, Holy Foley, brand-exclusive pay-per-views, and so much more at its regular price of only $9.99 per month. It's the best value in sports and entertainment. You want to talk about a great summer sale? Head on over to the MWF store on the BostonWrestling.com super site. We've got brand new WWE t-shirts, autographs, action figures, posters, and more. And this summer I have a special where if you spend $25 or more, you get a WWE t-shirt absolutely free. Not only is it a great deal, but every dollar spent helps our endeavors to bring you action-packed live events and video content. Enjoy 1,200 free videos on our YouTube channel. As we count down to our 15th anniversary, we're releasing a new video each day at 12 o'clock, flashing back to highlights and even a few lowlights on the adventure that is the Millennium Wrestling Federation. Subscribe to our channel using the link below or use youtube.com/BostonWrestlingCom. We also have regular news videos, TV episode recaps, results, interviews, and so much more. Help us bring you even more great video content by donating an amount of any size to paypal.me/Boston Wrestling. Again, every dollar donated helps us bring you more great live events and video content. That wasn't enough. We have a new video on demand section on YouTube where you can either rent or own some of our classic state-of-the-art studio shoot interviews. In honor of the 10-year anniversary since the original No Holds Barred Iron Sheik studio shoot interview went viral and on the Howard Stern Show, we've remastered it and made it available for fans around the world to enjoy for as little as $5.99. We also have an awesome WrestleMania 1 roundtable studio shoot with the Sheik, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and Cowboy Bob Orton, where all three WWE Hall of Famers look back at the WWF boom of the 1980s. John Cena Sr. joins me as co-host for in-depth studio shoots with both Paul Bearer and the first and only shoot ever done with the Boogeyman. Paul Dempsey joins us and pulls back the curtain on WWE NXT. Again, not only can you rent or own these awesome interviews, but every dollar goes right back into our efforts to bring you live event and video content. Another easy way to help our efforts is to use the links below or on the front page of the BostonWrestling.com super site to do your shopping on WWEshop.com, Amazon.com, or Walmart.com. If you make a purchase on any of those websites, wrestling-related stuff or not, we get a tiny kickback, and best of all, your cost doesn't increase 1 cent. Hey, Christmas is going to be here before you know it. Please keep us in mind, as again, every purchase made helps support indie wrestling. Last but not least, have a free ride on me with our friends at Uber. That's right. If you've never used Uber before, get a free ride up to $20 on the house to try out their great service. Forget about overpriced taxi cabs. Uber service is great. The cars are clean. The drivers are some interesting folks. Use the link below and see for yourself. I tried Uber for the first time last October in New York City for the WWE Madison Square Garden event, and I've used it regularly ever since. You won't regret it. Running out of time here, folks, as we approach our 15th anniversary. Don't miss a day on the BostonWrestling.com super site, as you never know what's going on in our world. Like us on Facebook.com/MWF Action. Follow us on Twitter at MWF2001. And again, subscribe for free to our YouTube channel. at youtube.com/BostonWrestlingCom. Until we speak again, folks, you and yours, be well.